Like if there's too many echoes, something gets all awkward, because every once in a while we do this and I find the sound gets all funky, not intentional. Oh, I'm bringing it on down now. So the Instagram has, look, I had to lower myself down so you can see me on the screen. Good morning, Corey, man. We have
I feel tall for the first time in my life.
There you go. You feel tall. We got someone from Dubai. Man, give people a quick rundown of who you are, what you do, so they can kind of get an idea of like your realm of expertise.
So, yeah, I mean, who I am, these days I help people get more stages, get more platforms, get their voice out to more people, and not have to chase down those platforms as often, Anthony. You know, I find a lot of people, I'll say, well, why are you so busy? And they're like, oh, I'm trying to pitch podcasts. I'm trying to reach out to people and see if they need somebody for their summit. And so what I'm trying to do is be the middle person that basically helps them save that time while getting them those extra stages. And then also, as you know, I love interviewing top level influencers, and I get to learn all these amazing secrets. And all along, people have had to wait until after, you know, I've done them in secret almost, and then they hear them later. And now with the Influencer Vault, I'm trying to allow them to hear them live in real time. But not only that, to be there and ask questions of people like Les Brown, which just happened Thursday, and John Gray happens tomorrow. You know, and to be able to sit there and say, John Gray, you sold 100 million books. How did you do it? You know, what's the needle mover? So that's what I'm really excited about these days. I mean, that doesn't talk about my whole past, but yeah, I've been a paid speaker for 20 years and built an influence style business for 20 years. And now I'm trying to help other people do it.
I love it, man. That's 100. You do sell 100 million books?
Yeah. I've heard different numbers. But whenever I sat with him for the last interview I did with him, he said it was just over 100 million, including worldwide.
Wow, man, that's crazy. That's great. Well, good morning, James, Kel, Jazzy, John. I see you guys saying good morning to me over there. That's 100 million books. That's the kind of thing that I think is interesting, because you don't get that. Like, you might catch a podcast here or there, but you don't get it all brought to one spot. You got to go follow the people. I like that the concept behind what you do is you're a guy that goes out and actually interviews these people. You get to sit in these rooms with individuals that most people would pay a lot of money to go sit into, but because of your clout and your experience and your abilities, they let you come in the room and chat with them. When people do the Influencer Vault, this is just so you guys know, I helped build the background of this thing. He came to me and was like, hey, man, how did you do what you do? I was like, I got you covered, man. So back and forth, probably a good few months, man. We went back and forth and helped build this bad boy out of what it would be, where the videos would be loaded, how you would have access to it. So it's his baby, but I was just kind of helpful in terms of making it come to life. And so I believe in it. It's not something where I'm coming to some random person's like, hey, can you tell people about my thing? Like, no, I believe in it early on. And so I think it has a lot of value to the world to be able to take the insights that somebody we're looking at, extracted and put into the world. So when people are like looking at like, is this something I should be doing? Like, what's the kind of person that's a good fit for like coming inside the Influencer Vault?
You know, this has been a challenge, because it comes back to, I guess, the definition of the word influencer, Anthony. So for me, an influencer, I always like to add this. It doesn't have to be Tony Robbins, level. It doesn't have to be somebody who's in front of millions of people a year. So influencer to me can be, I'll give you an example. It's right on the website for the Influencer Vault. We talked with a guy named PC Merrill, who was Zig Ziglar's mentor. And so if I say PC Merrill, almost everybody listening is like, never heard of him. But yet if I say Zig Ziglar, everybody's almost like, heard of him. And so Zig Ziglar, impacted, they say, over 100 million people. And PC Merrill only had to actually impact one person or influence one person to indirectly impact over 100 million. So my point is, to answer your question a lot quicker, I think the Influencer Vault can be for anybody, but here's the catch, that is trying to impact other people's lives. Now, having said that, you could be wanting to influence people into a certain idea. You could be trying to launch a movement. You could be trying to just build this business where you're influencing people in general. But at the end of the day, I think if you're wanting to be an influencer, an expert, a holistic healer, an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, podcaster, speaker, author, to me, those are the type of people that this is a perfect fit for. And so much so, as you know, Anthony, because you helped, as you say, more than help build the back end. We have it based on categories. So those categories are entrepreneurship, speaking, podcasting, writing. And so that's why I say the people that fall into those categories are a perfect fit for this.
I like it. And I agree, man. That's the kind of thing is if you're trying to step into the stages of what you see people doing that you're proud of, or like you would honestly inspire you admire, it's best to follow their footsteps, man. They say success leaves clues. And it does. I think it's the cool thing is, like in my journey, I've always went the realm of looking at the people that I admire and not feel like, hey, I'm not their level. I can't go out and do what they do. But no, like they're usually putting things out. These people are putting things out because they realize the world needs a lot of people to be able to have their voice, because there's certain people that have an amazing message, but no one's going to listen to it because it's just not the right person, right? But if you go out and you say the same thing as somebody else, you might be the one specific person to hit that demographic of humans. And if you don't understand how to do it because you didn't look at those ahead of you, then you end up falling short of the possibilities you could have in your life to do great things. So I love the Influencer Vault. I love what it's about. My man James West says, what up with the Oz Shift podcast? James, go listen to the Oz Shift podcast, man. Go to ozshift.com. There's a new one to just drop today. And then you also have, if you guys don't, go to shiftstarterdaily.com. It's my daily podcast. But man, Corey, I'm going to put a link up on the screen for people who are, it's a long link, everybody. My apologies because we didn't get this thing shortened yet. But here's the link if you guys want to check out the Influencer Vault. Those of you guys who are on Instagram, can you put that into the chat? I wonder if I can even do that. If you can get that thing into the chat box, my man, that would be helpful because I'm on my computer with it and I don't have it on my Instagram for people on Instagram. But here's what you guys do. When you're done, when you hop off Instagram or go check right now, you got to just go find Corey on Instagram and then DM like, hey, how do I get the link to go check out the vault? Is there still an echo? There apparently is still an echo. And I have no idea how to adjust the echo. It's probably, it might be your side. Do you have both of the audios on?
No, I have my phone turned completely off. And the weird thing is I can't hear an echo. But that doesn't.
Yeah, we wouldn't hear it, but everybody else does, and it sucks. So yeah, that sucks. I don't know. Try turning one of yours completely down. That might help.
Okay, let's try the opposite route.
That might. Hopefully, I hear you. Tell me, guys, is that still echoey? It might. This is always the fun part of this, is I never know what echo is echo. Because if you don't have headphones in, it does this. That's usually what it is. You have to have headphones in on one of them, and then there's no echo. So if you don't have headphones,
I can put some headphones in.
Oh, they pulled the headphones out, people.
We can try this.
Try the headphones, man.
Let me see.
We get the echo thing. Yeah, I hear the echo now. Echo.
I just got to make a change here. Can you hear me okay still?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Echo still? I can hear
now, you. Jamie says it's good now.
Okay.
It's good. There's no echo now.
Okay, I'm gonna hold the phone then.
You hold the phone and we'll be golden. Anyways, where can people, if you give me the links, just let me know. Guys, the link's down here to go check it out. I just, you guys know, I get nothing from this. This isn't like some affiliate thing. It's just me sharing something good for you guys. Excuse me. To get a chance to take a look at. If you guys are interested in finding out how to be able to access the minds of amazing people and be able to be part of the conversation, ask questions of individuals that you've admired maybe for years to find out how to be able to push your heart and brain of the world, more like myself and Corey do, then go check this thing out. Those of you guys on Instagram, go find Corey. Just go to his actual page. Once you go to his page, click a button, send a message. Hey, tell me more about the vault, and he'll show you more about the vault. Outside of that, though, man, I want you to, here's what we usually do. Mondays, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we come on. I usually give like an inspiring message of just whatever's on my heart. Can you, as a professional speaker, I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, man, give the people, as we close this thing off, give us a message that'll help us get fired up for the week, man. What can you give us right now so we get off this thing, go, I'm ready, and go tackle the day?
So I'm going to, Anthony, I can give that now, and then I want to add one more thing about the vault if I can, or do you want me to add one more thing about the vault and give the message?
Hey, dude, let's do one more vault, and then we'll do the message and we'll get off.
The only reason I said that is there's one big part I didn't mention about it that has actually become the most popular thing in the vault. You don't even know that this part has become so popular, which is the curated list. So people, what we've done is people come to me and say, hey, dude, you want to share the bill with Jack Canfield this week? And my answer now always is yes, and how many spots do you have? And then we bring that over to the vault. So now we have 90. This will probably end up being at some point 1,000. But there's 90 right now in the matter of 8 weeks, 90 opportunities right now to, for example, get interviewed on a show with 3.2 million listeners, to get on an Amazon show, to speak at Microsoft.
Yeah.
So for people that are saying, it sucks having to go out and find these opportunities, what I'm getting at is we bring the opportunities to you. So I just
okay. How about that? Look at you getting saucy with it. Well done.
that was added in, like I say, near the last part of the stage. So
Okay.
now, I guess as far as this might not seem super motivational, but I want to share it because it was a game changer for me. It's a quote. Actually, two separate quotes that both motivate me. One is around writing, or almost any project, but around writing. And I don't even know who to attribute it to. But the gist of the quote is, my crappy to decent book is better, that's actually impacting lives and on Amazon or wherever, is better than the brilliant book that you never write or put out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
And why I bring this up, Anthony, is so many people struggle to start. So you hear so many people say, I got a great book in me. And, until it comes out of you, I'm sorry to say, but it doesn't exist or it's irrelevant. And so I'd like to motivate people that whether it's a great podcast you have in you, whether it's a great talk you have in you, whether it's a great book, that none of it happens until you start. And so that ties into my second quote, which I think is a Zig Ziglar quote, which is, you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to start to become great.
Yeah.
And you can see how they both tie together. I find that so many people don't take action. And by the way, that could be for somebody who's at the highest level right now, but still not taking action on things, or that could be somebody that's just starting their journey. But at the end of the day, I'd rather take action and have it not be where I want it to be, or maybe even have it as what we call fail, than have a regret that I didn't take action on something. So
I agree, man.
That would be my two quotes that popped into my head because you put me in the spot.
Hey, no worries, man. It's all good. There's I think that right now we're watching the Olympics. The trials was finished. There's one of the things, like the Paralympics, and I think the quote was used. It says, "You do not have to start to be great. So you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great," kind of thing. And that's the beauty of life. I think if people can fall in love with not being like, don't tie yourself to the outcome, right? I wouldn't even tie myself to the outcome of great, but if you tie your self-worth to the effort, well, now you're a person that got up and gave great effort. And if you give great effort, that is what allows you to in time become great. So like it's a great lesson for everybody to learn. And the funny thing is we've already learned this. Everything that anybody's accomplished in life, the odds are you didn't start that great. You chose to fall in love with the process of it all, and then all of a sudden you became great at doing it, right? That's the beauty of it. The person that picks up boxing gloves in the beginning doesn't really know they're going to be the world's best boxer. They just decide to pick up boxing gloves. They like hitting the bag, like the workout. And after a while, it's like, oh, I can knock people out really well, right? It progresses into something. So I appreciate it, man. I love that people are saying I love your quote. So I'm glad you hit them with it. That's it, man. That's all I got for you guys today. Where can people find you again, just so you can kind of get off just on your own? I know it's going to be IG, but you directly tell people, here's where I want you to go, so we can make sure they hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, well, I guess really, Anthony, because you said a big point is if they're looking at the link and they watch this and we just finish and they're going, I can't put that link in or what have you. I mean, reaching out to me is the best way. They can do that on Instagram, but maybe I'll give people my main website as well, because it's always easy to have a URL link. It's simple. It's thatspeakerguy@gmail.com. So thatspeakerguy@gmail.com. If you go there, send me a message, whether it's through social media, through email, what have you, and just say, hey, dude, send us along the link so we can at least take a peek. I mean, that'll make it nice and easy if they want to save typing in the link. Or as you mentioned, it was on the screen, so they could take the time to type it out as well.
There you go. Go to thatspeakerguy@gmail.com. That's the easiest way to do it. It's easy to remember. The other one, I couldn't tell you what it said unless you were typing it down. So thatspeakerguy@gmail.com. It's everybody. I appreciate you coming on. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Corey, I appreciate you too, my man. Take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you on Wednesday. All right.